for that playbook, I started actually doing it when I start working with my client. I list all my tasks and I am really detailed on every step of that specific task because I wanted that playbook to serve as a guide, like whenever I'm not around or if there's anything that I'm missing, especially with the login informations and everything. And being able to work as a VA for my client for 3 years already, it has helped me a lot because when you have that playbook, like you have your own diary on how to do things, and even though you're not around, like you can pass the job and you can really assure that the other person who would somehow temporarily replace you for a while, for the time being, can be able to deliver the same output as you do. So, I'm not really sure on how it differs from others, but I would, based on how I saw my playbook as a presentation, I really think that it was able to communicate with whoever is reading it, even though like, even the terms are as easy as possible because I want on the other side to be able to understand and can see the point of view that I wanted to project on how to implement and execute those tasks. So I think one of the challenges that I encountered when I was working on the playbook is that you have to spend like the proper time on writing, even though like you have a lot of tasks already, but it's still a priority at the back end because without that, that's more like a documentation on how you do things. And if you let it slide, like if you skip it like maybe a day or two, it would be different on how you explain during that time, like that actual time, and then like how you explain in writing a few days later. So sometimes it's trickier that you have to do it as immediate as possible because in that way the memory is still fresh and you can be able to explain well and explain in deeper details. So I really haven't tried having a temporary replacement as for my client, but on my end, that playbook is already helpful to me because sometimes I forget the login information and sometimes there are little details, especially when you're working with a law firm kind of industry. You have to be detail-oriented and you have to really, you have to make sure that all the data that you are gathering are correct because one mistake can really lose a client for the law firm. So it's really critical, and at the same time, like when you have a lot of platforms navigating into all of your tasks, it's really hard to be able to memorize all of them. So I keep going back and forth and checking my playbook in case that, you know, I got logged out and I forgot the password. So I really wouldn't have to worry. Like there's an assurance, like an extra layer of security just in case you miss something. So for the most part, I think like what really motivated me was my team leaders, both my previous, which is TL Carl, and my current team leader, which is TL Sheen. Because when you have someone who's backing you up and keep on reminding you to do it, you just do it. Like you cannot be able to forget it once they do it almost every day. And like I think that's a vital kind of a process where there's someone who's going to support you whenever you need them. And then also for the most part, I really like how they give feedback onto your output, especially on the playbook, because without them, I wouldn't know that I'm doing the playbook correctly or not. So I'm really thankful, and especially also I'm thankful for the entire team supporting me. And you know, sometimes we have this discussion on what is like the ideal playbook should be. So I was be able to I was able to gain insights from it, and that was really helpful.
My name is Chanden Desz. I'm a proud virtual assistant from Outsource Access, where we redefine how you scale.